So in this lesson, I'm going to again analyze a movie clip of an argument for you. But in this section, I'm going to show you how to shift from an argumentative tone to expression of feeling. Keep in mind, as I have said all throughout this course, what we want more than anything is to be heard and understood. But when we communicate in an argumentative way, we won't be heard or understood, which, like I said, is ultimately what we're seeking. I will also analyze what is going on behind the words that people are in this clip are saying to each other, whether they are feeling fear or betrayal or otherwise. It is helpful to understand what we are feeling so that we can communicate that. It's sometimes difficult, though, for people to communicate their feeling because it puts them in a position of vulnerability. And isn't it always easier to communicate from an angry space or an accusational space or a blaming space than it is to communicate from a vulnerable space? The difficulty with communicating from a vulnerable space is that we are more open to get hurt. And if our partner does not respond well to us when we are vulnerable, it only encourages us to shut down even more. I always encourage people to let their partner know that they are feeling vulnerable, and what they are expressing puts them in a vulnerable space. So there's an appreciation or an attempt to seek an appreciation for the risk that one is taking by putting themselves in a vulnerable position when they express their emotions. Communicate intent. My intention here is to communicate my feelings to you. My intention is not to accuse you or blame you, but to share with you what I am feeling and what I am going through. And I think sometimes that it's often misunderstood what our true intentions are. And it's always best, if you can, to try to communicate your intention. So the funny thing is sometimes we don't even know our intention. But if you take a moment and you think about what your intention is and what you want to communicate to your partner, it's a bit easier to then approach your partner so that you're clear where you are coming from. So, as you move through this lesson, you will get a better understanding of what's going on when we communicate one way and how to shift it in a more productive way. Okay, and again, as always, take your time, and I'll see you in the next lesson.